So this video is on D2L. It becomes important that you really understand that this is an online course. And if you are taking the face-to-face course, there is coursework that you have to complete in D2L. Part of the reason for that, and if you haven't figured out about now from watching my videos, I'm always going to explain the whys and the hows of it. The reason why is that even if you are in the business world, there are a lot of remote jobs that are out there. There are a lot of jobs where you are physically in the office, but you have to communicate with your clients who are across the world. When I worked at Kelly Services, I was regularly communicating with people in Canada, people in Mexico, Russia, Europe, Asia Pac, which is the Asia Pacific region, and doing conference calls, video conference calls, and different ways of communicating with them. So it really becomes important that you understand that this is an online course. And so it's training you how to be able to use your online technology tools through a learning management system. I am not an expert in D2L. You need to understand that. Well, I'll talk about that a little bit more under technology. I am not an expert in D2L. So it becomes really important that when you have a problem with D2L, or if you have any questions about using D2L, that you contact the LCC help desk. And I have communicated that in the announcement section. It's also in the syllabus. And there are many other different places on how to be able to get access to different technologies that we're using. And I'll always provide you with the either videos on how to use it if I need to, or third-party sources that can help you. But you have to realize that emailing me about questions about D2L is not going to help. But I will tell you, always go up to the top toolbar and select content and go down and look at your weekly modules. Everything is set up by weeks, and you'll need to complete those items during that week. So it really becomes important that you follow each weekly module, that you read it thoroughly, that you ask any questions, and that you do the assessments or writing assignments, discussion questions, or whatever it is that you're being asked to do, that you do it in the week that it's assigned, and that you make sure that you are understanding that that's what D2L is. Now, you can send me emails through D2L, and I have it set up so that it will forward to my regular email, or you can email me directly through my regular email. And again, that's in the syllabus and also in this YouTube channel, that you can communicate with me however you want to ask the questions. But it becomes important that you understand that D2L is the way of where we have put the assignments by each week, what needs to be done, and everything needs to go through there. So do not email me your assignments. All my grading is done in D2L. There's a D2L grade book where you can see what your grades are like, and be able to have access to know where you're at. And if you don't, and you have a question about your grades, please reach out to me via email. I'm happy to look things up, answer any questions that I can. But it becomes important that you understand how to use D2L. And again, I'm not the expert on it. You should always go to the LCC help desk if you have questions, if you're having technology issues, but especially about D2L. There is one thing I will tell you. There's a widget, they call it a widget, and it's the to-do list that's in D2L. I highly recommend that you go to the content and look at the weekly modules, because if for some reason you're in the to-do, what we found out is that if you're in there and you look at it, then it goes away. So it's not that the assignment goes away, it's still due, but the information about the assignment will go away when you read it. So it becomes important that if you read it, that's great. But know that you should spend more of your time going to the toolbar, following the content tab down to the week in question, and looking to make sure that you're completing the assignment. Because again, that's something that I'm not going to have much tolerance for, because I'm explaining to you that there's a problem with the to-do feature in D2L, and that assignments will go away if you look at them. So because I'm communicating this to you, and I'm expecting that you have watched this video as well, that you understand that that is a known problem, and I've explained to you how to be able to approach the D2L course. So if you have problems and you're not getting your assignments done, don't use that as an excuse, because I probably will not accept it. So make sure that you understand D2L, that you're using the LCC resources to be able to help you with that. And make sure that you understand that you have responsibilities online, whether you're a face-to-face class or a pure online class. There are assignments that you have to do.